Stay up to date with what's happening on Lake Kiwi Radio by visiting our website.
Oh, hi, it's Vic St. John. Do you like fun? I love fun.
Right.
Join me for 4 fun hours on Super Cool 70s.
Right.
I rock the hits every Friday at 2 p.m., Saturdays at 5 a.m., and Mondays at 10 a.m.
Oh, my God.
It's Super Cool 70s on Lake Kiwi Radio Online.
Right.
Listen via our website at lkradio.online.
From the mountains to the sea and all over the earth, from Seneca, South Carolina, this is the greatest hits on Lake Kiwi Radio Online and lkradio.online. Streaming 24 hours a day, the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Listen via our website, the TuneIn app, and the radio.net app. Lake Kiwi Radio is a division of Tiger Broadcasting.
Time to get the rubber duckies out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a plethora of rain this morning. Welcome in. Jazzy Jeff here at Straight Up 9 o'clock, along with my little partner over here, Mr. Ducky himself. We're going to talk about ducks in a few minutes.
Yes.
We need to talk about these little ducks that are all over, I saw in the Seneca area. One of these little ducks was on a certain radio station's remote vehicle. Well, it's Robb this morning, and it's Jazzy Jeff, and it is wet. It is raining, and Hurricane Delta, of course, has made its track on shore, and guess what? It's coming this way.
Oh, boy. Get your boats out.
Crank the boats up. We're going to be riding around the neighborhoods in boats a little bit later on this morning. So we've got details on your weather forecast, and we're going to do a little something for a part of the 80s that we lost this week. Yeah, no. Had tears in my eyes.
Me too.
It's like the 80s came calling in a hurried fashion, and they wanted their Van Halen back. Well, they got him, so we're going to do a little tribute here later on in the program to Mr. Eddie Van Halen himself as we play all the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, 80s. You ready to rock this morning?
Let's do it.
All right. We got Owner of a Lonely Heart this morning. Oh, this is some good stuff on a Saturday morning. Here's Yes at 9:01. Lake Kiwi Radio Online, streaming 24/7.
Move yourself. You always live your life, never thinking of the future. Prove yourself. You are the move you make. Take your chances, win or loser. See yourself. You are the steps you take. You, and that's the only way. Shake yourself. Your every move you make. So the story goes.
Yeah. It's 4 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. The things that are said off the air. Call now with your death questions.
Yeah.
By the way, of course, Robb is part of our friends at Kiwi Funeral Services, located in beautiful Seneca, South Carolina. If you have a funeral question this morning about death, he's the one to call this morning. Yeah, no, dark. DJ Grim Reaper is what I'm calling you. I like
that what it is?
DJ Grim Reaper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a good song. Yep, I see him. Yeah, the little, yeah, okay. I like that. That's nice. 9:05 there this morning here. All right, so good morning to folks who are checking in this morning. And Donnie checks in, by the way,
Donnie.
and says they got the KDOT John boat out for the flooding. That's the Kiwi Department of Transportation. Friend Emily says good morning as welcome. Thank you there, Emily. Appreciate you checking in as well. Paula says good morning also. Good morning to you, Paula. And Rob checks in and says good morning. Oh, technology. Don't you just love it? All right. Well, here's where we're at. We want to get you updated this morning a little bit on the weather forecast. First of all, there is a flash flood watch that is in effect. Now, this is going to be for the northern parts of Oconee, Pickens, and Greenville counties. So there is a flash flood watch in effect. Now, otherwise, the weather forecast goes as follows. Today, looking for showers and patchy fog before 4 p.m., with the high only reaching around 70 degrees, about a 90% chance of rain. Then a lot of the heavy stuff is coming in tonight and tomorrow, with the showers and thunderstorms possibly after 1 a.m., and some of these storms could produce heavy rainfall. Patchy fog after 7 p.m. tonight, low around 65. And then coming up for Sunday, it's going to be a very wet and kind of miserable day here in the upstate around Oconee and Lake Kiwi. Showers, possibility of a thunderstorm. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain and fog as well. Temperatures tomorrow around 75 with a chance of rain 100%. And we're looking between 1 to 2 inches possible. And then Sunday night, the rain continues, mostly cloudy, low around 66. And then for Columbus Day, by the way, Columbus Day, there is a federal holiday on Monday. Banks and mails and all sorts of other stuff will be closed, but I will be working.
I will be working.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate Columbus Day in the office coming up on Monday. 20% chance of showers, partly sunny, high reaching around 80 degrees. So, again, if you're going to be out today, it's going to be wet. Get your little rubber duckies. You may need those. There's floaties, swimmies. And believe it or not, this is the wettest October we've had in quite some year. I mean, this is the wettest. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had an month of October that has been this wet. I mean, we had a tropical storm hurricane come through the end of September, 1st of October. We've got another one. So it's been a very active year in the Atlantic region for tropical storms. I mean, matter of fact, we're already on name Delta.
Right.
And I thought I saw somewhere we're on name Echo now. So we've already used up all our names. So now we're on the military phonetic alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, C, Tango, whatever.
Right.
So we're already on Delta. How about that? October the 10th of 2020. Good morning to you and everybody else. How's your week been?
It's been a busy week. But
Yes.
not, just a lot of
lot of fun, a lot of stuff.
stuff.
Well, let's see. In 2 days, I had over 700-something miles. Went back to Conway to carry my mom back to my favorite orthopedic back surgeon of all time, which is Dr. William Mills at Ortho SC or Coastal Orthopedics. And bless her heart, she got 10 needles stuck in her back.
Bless her heart.
So hopefully that at some point this will help determine, the issues. And, folks, if you have back problems, I can sympathize with you. I had back problems for almost 8.5 years, wound up having to have surgery. And you know that the pain sometimes can become very great to the point that it affects you. The pain will bring you down. Depression sets in because, it hurts. I mean, literally it hurts. So basically that's kind of where we're at right now. We're trying to see if these injections, which is the epidural steroid injections into the lower back, help. If it does, there's a couple of other things that can be done. Trying to do the conservative measures first before we move into, okay, she's going to have surgery. Of course, I get my back honestly. My mother and my back are exactly identical. Mm-hmm. There's no issues, except mine completely gave out on me 2014 is when I had back surgery. But I'm good. I got my little. I'm the $6 million man. I got my little titanium spacers in my lumbar, and I can groove. I can shake my booty. There you go. All right. Well, 9:09 this week, of course, in music. Most of you well know by now we lost Eddie Van Halen. And I think our friend Paul Hicks, in a post that he made on his personal Facebook page, kind of summed it up best. There was tears in my eyes, too, because I felt like that's a big chunk of the 80s for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eddie Van Halen's such a wonderful guitarist. Man, the sounds that he could make with those guitars just is incredible. And also, too, I don't believe I knew this until I was reading a couple of news stories, but Eddie Van Halen also played the guitar in Michael Jackson's song "Beat It."
And also something, I don't know if you know this or not, but he did not get paid for that.
He did not get paid for that. That's right.
I think he got a case of beer or something.
Maybe a case of beer, or
it was
something.
a favor to Quincy Jones, I think it was.
But see, I had no clue. I knew nothing about that.
And he could literally, and there's one song that I think you know what I'm talking about, that he actually can make the guitar talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but back in the 70s, Peter Frampton.
Yes.
The vocal electric synthesizer for the guitar. Oh, man. Those were awesome days. But actually, someone in the 60s created that. Paul Drake was the guy's name. He was actually a country music artist, but he was the first one to use that in a song. I bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
You'll have to hear the song, but you'll definitely get it. But Paul Drake in 1964-65 was the first one to actually use that Peter Frampton used, and also to Eddie Van Halen. A lot of artists have used the same thing, that vocalization, and I don't know the name for it. They used to call it a talking box.
Yeah.
That little piece that they put in their mouth, and they could do this. So I don't know exactly the terminology, but losing Eddie Van Halen is like a big piece of the 80s for you and for me.
Yes.
We all grew up in the 80s. You graduated in the 80s. But his music, we all had those albums. We listened to Van Halen. We love Van Halen. I'm a big fan of Van Halen. I loved it even with David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar. I loved it all. But I think now the age is showing on us.
Absolutely.
Because
we're losing,
that was part of our generation.
Yeah, we're losing all the good ones.
Yes,
really
we are. So this morning, we're going to play a couple of Van Halen tunes, but I actually want to play one of my favorites. Now, everybody claims it's Jump. Well, Jump is a great song. I love it. Panama, Hot for the Teacher. But there was a 1995 hit that came out right after the year I graduated. I graduated in 94. And I just fell in love with this song. I played it over and over again. And I think you might remember it from their album Ballots in 1995. Are you ready? This is a good one.
Okay.
Can't Stop Loving
Yes.
You. Oh, yeah. There we go. From the Ballots album this morning. Playing a little tribute to Van Halen here on The Greatest Hits. 13 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock with Jazzy Jeff. And Rob and Bud is in the studio this morning here on The Greatest Hits.
There's a time and place for everything, for everyone. We can push with all our might, but nothing's gonna come. Oh no, nothing's gonna change. And if I ask you not to try, oh, could you let it be? I wanna hold you, say we can throw this all away. Tell me you won't go, you have to hear me say
Rob, if I knew what I knew now and I knew it back then, I would have took better care of myself. I'd have stayed out of the trailer parks chasing women in the trailer parks in
Amen.
Seneca. 16 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, Van Halen from their Balance album this morning. And I just can't stop loving you. My gosh, boy, that brings back memories. Well, let's see, 1995, Jazzy was 19 years old, and boy, I knew everything about the world.
Yes.
Yeah, boy, the world set me upside down.
Yeah. Set you straight, too.
It did. It set me straight and everything. Hey, good morning to our good friend Spanky Jim Miller this morning. You remember Spanky? I don't know. You was a gone time, Spanky. Spanky was a legendary voice on WQOK, WANS, WFBC, WSSL, and actually worked with a brief stint with me at Seneca at WBFM. You know
I don't remember.
Yep, Spanky's good. He's a good guy.
That
Real
was
good.
that time of my life where I disappeared from
You disappeared from Seneca. And then we put APB Points bulletins out for you. But we
Yes.
finally found you.
And I came home.
And you came home. And you're working for your boss has checked in, Trey Scott.
Hey, Trey.
Good morning, Trey. Let's see. Scott Galbraith has checked in. Deborah Roach has checked in. And you had somebody, I think, checked in on the Lake Kiwi radio page. Was it
Letha Lee.
Letha Lee. All
Letha
right.
Lee Alley now.
Okay. All right. So she checked in on the Lake Kiwi radio. See, I can't see the Lake Kiwi radio page.
Huh.
I can only see my personal page for some reason. But I know people are listening, but I can't see the comments on the Lake Kiwi radio page.
That's sad.
I know it's the way this program works. All right. Well, anyway, it's a wet, dreary day here, and we have been talking about the rain, but you got to tell me the story about these little rubber duckies. What's the whole deal about these rubber duckies now?
I don't really know the origin of
Okay.
it, but I just know that I've kind of got introduced to it by some friends of mine from area that have Jeeps. It's basically just an appreciation of other people who have Jeeps, not only Wranglers, but Renegades, Liberties. I mean, if it's a Jeep, it's a Jeep. But people are purchasing these small little rubber duckies, and some folks are putting tags on them, and they, just stealthily put a duck on a person's Jeep and saying, "Hey, nice Jeep, you've been ducked by whoever," or you don't even have to put a name on it. But it's I personally have ducked one person. I have a whole bag in my Jeep of
Ducks?
different colors, shapes, sizes, and whatnot. So yeah, it's just a fun thing among Jeep owners that we do to let each other know. It's kind of something to do to keep your mind off of what's going on in the world today.
Right.
Something fun and make someone have a smile on their face.
Well, see, Donnie now, Biggin, of course, Jeep Fest and all of that. Donnie has Katie the Possum.
Katie the Possum.
And next time we're out and about, I'll have to let you see Katie the Possum.
That's okay.
No, seriously. We have Katie the Possum.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, she's a beautiful thing, too.
I'm okay.
Have you ever heard my song about possums?
No.
Possums are pretty, possums are neat. I like possum, and that's what I eat.
I have a friend in Tennessee who actually has just acquired a possum. Pearl is her name.
Possum Pearl.
Possum Pearl.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan of I had a bad experience with a possum. So.
You have to ask my wife, Lori, about the time the possum got in the back porch back here.
Yeah, for Christmas last year, my wife's family gave me a stuffed animal possum as a joke. And
Yeah.
I didn't think it was very funny, but
Well,
I still have it though. But
hold on to it. It could be worth a lot of money one day.
you think?
I'm sitting here looking at a news headline this morning, and this is just an unbelievable news headline from Fox News this morning. I'll read you the news headline. I'm not going to read the news article, but I'll read you the headline, and you can form your own conclusion. You can go look up yourself. But news headlines this morning, Fox News, Louisiana Archbishop blasts demonic sex act in church, orders altar removed or burned. Should I read that again?
Please don't.
Okay, I didn't think you wanted me to. But yeah. I'm telling you, it's just getting every day. It's kind of like the old saying, Jesus, when you coming back?
Yeah, come on back.
Come
I'm
on
ready.
back. We got to go.
I'm ready.
This is just getting so crazy.
Let's get out of here.
I mean, we're getting close to the election. I want to urge you to vote.
Voted yesterday.
I'm holding off. I'm going to go vote in person.
I did. They have an in-person.
Yeah, at Walhalla. No, you vote in Anderson County.
I'm Mill County.
You're on the county side. Okay, of Townville. Okay.
So I went to Walhalla and voted,
Okay.
put my vote in.
Mm-hmm.
And also, while I was there, one of the poll workers was actually a Seneca alumni, D. Barnes.
Yes.
He was working the
Yes.
polls there with us. So yeah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to wait till go down and do my voting thing. I vote at New Hope. That's our precinct we vote at, New Hope Baptist Church off Kiwi School Road. But, everybody says this election is one of the biggest of the lifetime. Well, to me, we have said that over and over for the last 30 or 40 years, that every election is of the lifetime. And, of course, it seems like this year that's really true, that this is an election of a lifetime. There's just so much misinformation between both sides. Not just one. It's both. It's all the way across. But I want to tell folks, and I've said this over and over, and I'm tired of saying it, the only way you're going to have to clean up the problem, you got to get rid of Congress and Senate. That's your issue. It's not the president. Yeah. It's not the vice president. But, the old say, drain the swamp. You need to start draining the swamp with the Congress and the Senate.
The lifetime politicians.
The lifetime politicians is what's ruined this country. It's not someone that we can elect that's representing we the people. That's the difference. There is nobody representing us.
Right.
They're representing special interests. They're representing their pocketbook. They're representing themselves. They don't take their constituents into account on anything they do. Another thing is all the misinformation. I'm not going to call it fake news. I'm going to call it misinformation news, because there is so much. And it's funny to sit here and watch Facebook, and you can watch Twitter, and someone will post something and someone will read it and think it's the actual gospel.
Yeah.
And it's nowhere near remotely accurate.
No,
but then it gets shared 300 times. Oh, did you hear what Trump done? Oh, did you hear what Joe Biden done? I can't believe that.
Out of context.
Out of context. The whole thing. It's a narrative. It's not like the days we grew up with, and that's the way it was. November whatever, 1976. I'm Walter Cronkite, CBS News. That was pretty good.
That was good. That was good.
We don't have anything like that anymore. It's just getting crazier and crazier. So the election time is going to be here. I urge you to cast your vote for whoever. I'm still going to be your friend. It doesn't matter. I know your views are not going to reflect my views, but at the end of the day, we're all one. We're all human beings. So there's my take.
And I take a different route. I mean, what you put on Facebook and what you believe. That's why I don't talk about it that much, especially politics.
I can't. I
don't talk about it
politics.
because I feel the way I do, and
that's exactly right.
You're not going to change my mind just by spouting your opinion to me.
Nope.
So that's what the people who are my Facebook friends. You just see, I do not post political posts at all.
I don't. I don't. I
just
quit
avoids that whole situation.
Now I will carry on about a local issue. I will discuss local politics.
Sure.
I will discuss issues that I think are wrong. I will discuss issues when I think they're right. When someone gets something right in the city or the county, I'll tell them, hey, look, you got this right. Good job. Thanks for thinking of this. But when they do something bad, I'm going to tell them about it.
Absolutely.
Because, this is the local, this is the area I live in. And it's a little bit different on this particular level than it is on the national politics level. But for the most part, I feel that our county government's doing a wonderful job. I feel that the city of Seneca is doing a wonderful job. They're trying their hardest to I love seeing this new construction in downtown that's going on.
Absolutely.
I've said this over and over. If you have one business come, you'll have another one. And if we can keep the momentum going and keep the economy going, I think you're seeing a revitalization of downtown Seneca right before our eyes. I still think that the best is yet to come. I think that the city leaders are trying their best to bring energy and focus and enthusiasm into the town, and it's just going to get better and better and better.
I hope you're right. We see so many communities around us, Greenville and different cities that have rebirthed their old downtown areas, and I'm hoping that that's the direction we're going with our city. I would love to see the old downtown Seneca revitalized and grow and just pop again.
Well, I think you will, and it's coming. Now, if we can just get high-speed internet throughout the county, we'll have it made.
Yes.
And that's another issue that we'll get into a little bit later on. High-speed internet, the non-existent high-speed internet across Oconee County. A lot of folks send me emails, and we're going to get back to the tunes here in just a second. A lot of folks send me emails about, Jeff, we have a hard time listening to you. Our internet connection's terrible. And you know something? I have checked on a couple of these people, physically went to their home, and they're paying this outrageous internet bill, and they're not even getting half of what they're supposed to be getting. Children are having to work from home. They're doing this, and this. Well, we have a company that took a lease out or a contract with the county, or the county awarded them this bid, and it's just a disaster. I'm not going to mention the company's name, but it is a total disaster. No one is getting internet access. Everyone that calls, they don't get answered. That's why I'm working so hard with the company I work for to try to get internet, but only we can do so much.
Sure.
So I understand and feel your pain. In particular, this area, when you're inside the city limits, you would think you would have decent internet, but even with inside the city of Seneca or Walhalla, it's still the same. The technology hasn't been upgraded in 30 years. You're using stuff that's out of date. Matter of fact, if you try to call and order a DSL line, just the standard the old DSL line, they're gone.
Really?
Yes, sir. You cannot get a DSL line installed through AT&T anymore. They shut them down just a couple of weeks ago. So now it's UVerse, which UVerse is rebranded DSL 2.0, but it uses fiber to a certain point, and then the fiber converts it over to copper, and then the copper brings it home. Well, it's not a direct through fiber connection. You're converting it from a high speed to a slower high speed. So time it gets to your home, it's already down. You don't have a lot of bandwidth. And in this day and age, we function on bandwidth.
Absolutely.
All right, so we told you the weather forecast. Rain, there's nothing more to add to it. We will keep you updated throughout the morning. Of course, a lot of the nasty stuff is supposed to be here tomorrow evening, or no, it's tonight and tomorrow. A lot of heavy rain, up to 1 to 2 inches of rain we're expecting here. And then the northern mountains of Oconee are under a flash flood watch, which has been issued. That'll be going on all tonight and all day tomorrow. And we'll keep you up throughout the day on Facebook, on air, and online. Here's a great tune from the 1970s. It's Queen now, and you're my very best friend from 1977 with the greatest hits.
This world can give to me. It's you're all I see. Ooh, you make me live now, honey. Ooh, you make me live. Oh, you're the best friend that I ever had. I've been with you such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings
sugar. Honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Honey, sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. 1, 2, 3, 4. This happened once before. I came to your door, no reply. They said it wasn't you, but I saw you peek through your window. You know, if you break my heart, I'll go, but I'll be back again. 'Cause I told you once before goodbye, but I came back again. As a girl, what she wanted to be, she said, baby, can't you see? I wanna be famous, a star of the screen, but you can do something in between. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car, and baby, I love you. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Oh, oh, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you love to hear. I'm in love with you. Try to see it my way. Gonna have to keep on talking till I get no on. Wanna see it your way, but the risk of knowing that our love might soon be gone. We can work it out. We can work it out. I should have known better with a girl like you, that I would love everything that you do, and I do. Hey, hey, hey. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose. Yes, 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 that girl. You're gonna lose. Yes, yes, you're gonna lose that girl.
The stars on 45 keep on turning in your mind, but we can work it out. Remember, twist and shout. You still not tell me why, and no reply.
The greatest hits from the summer of 1981, Stars on 45. I played that one a few times in a few parties many, many moons ago.
Many.
9:36 now. It is wet. It is raining here. Not a perfect day to be out of the lake. I didn't think you would be, but have your boats ready. You may be able to drive them around the neighborhood later on this evening.
Yes.
So make sure you have them all ready.
And your paddles.
And your paddles. By the way, to mention the event that was supposed to be held, well, starting here in just a few moments in downtown Walhalla, they were doing a history thing, Walhalla circa 1850, about the start of Walhalla, the formation of the town. They have moved that till next Saturday. So everything that was going to be held today has been moved, and that'll all be taking place on Short Street. They'll have tours of the St. John Cemetery. They'll have displays. It's a great event, by the way. They're trying to fill the void of not having Oktoberfest this year, and that'll be happening next weekend. 10 o'clock starts that event, and, of course, you can hear all about that here throughout the day and for the next couple of days here on Lake Kiwi Radio Online. Also, too, the Oconee Humane Society is underway with the Wags and Whiskas Ungala.
Yay.
And it started last night at Partners in Wine. They had the first of their fundraisers, and it's a whole week event. That'll be taking place. I think October the 13th will be the Yappy Hour. That'll be taking place at Kiwi Brewing Company. Now, coming up on Wednesday, and you'll want to watch this on the Humane Society's Facebook page, they're going to be doing stories about their pets that have been adopted this year. And a certain dog who is laying down here sound asleep will have his story told coming up. Bud, who is down on the floor right now, being our security dog, he will have his story told coming up on Wednesday. I don't know what time it is, but as soon as I find out, I'll share it so that you all can watch it. But they called me a couple weeks ago, and they're kind of honoring him because he was in the shelter for almost a year. It was almost so close a year, but his story is unique in itself of how he came to be, how he came to the animal shelter, and how everybody works so hard to rehabilitate him, including the two prisoners, the state trustees that work at the animal shelter, and what they done to instill in Bud. And by the way, that is Bud's name when we got him. We kept his name Bud. We just thought it fit him, and he is a red leopard Catahoula. Now, that's not a rare dog. That is actually the state dog of Louisiana. They're a Catahoula dog. And they're trained to wrestle up livestock, including pigs. That's their favorite. They love to wrestle the the hogs and stuff like that. They corner them, and then they send the other dogs in. But that's what a Catahoula does. And so Bud has become one of our members of the family, and he has just turned into such a wonderful dog. I mean, just laying there. He doesn't really bark. He hardly ever barks. We never really hear him unless he's really spooked or he hears something out of the ordinary. Then he will bark and let us know. But for the most part, he is a wonderful dog. And, all shelter dogs, they do make great pets.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
my dog is, and I didn't get it from a shelter, but I somebody on Facebook Messenger, not Messenger, but
the marketplace. Yeah.
Found these dogs in the woods behind their house, and they just wanted to give them a few at home. So we brought Harley into our home.
Well, that's exactly what we did with Budrow here, and he is one of the family. He goes to G-Ma's every morning, and she makes him eggs and bacon every morning.
Boy.
She doesn't make me anything, but the dog eats high on the hog.
You see who's priority there.
Yeah, and this morning, Bud got his eggs. I mean, he loves eggs and bacon. That's my kind of dog right there. Right on. It's just like Phil Collins of Genesis back in 1980. This was a great one.
Yes.
Misunderstanding this morning.
Lots of it.
20 minutes away from the top of the hour at 10 o'clock. It is the greatest hits. Jazzy Jeff, Rob Regan this morning holding the fort down on a wet Saturday morning in Lake Kiwi Radio Land.
There must be some misunderstanding. There must be some kind of mistake. I waited in the rain for hours. You were late. Now it's not like me to say the right thing. You could have called to let me know. I checked your number twice, don't understand it. So I went home. Well, I've been waiting for this weekend. I thought that maybe we could see a show. Had a dream that had this feeling. All but seeing you is believing. That's why I don't know why you didn't show up that night. There must be some misunderstanding. There must be some kind of mistake. I was waiting in the rain for hours. You were late. Since then I've been running around trying to find you. I went to the places that we always go. I rang your house, got no answer. Jumped in my car, I went round there. Still don't believe it.
Oh my gosh. The pictures that you're showing me is just hilarious.
Blackmail.
Yeah, I know. Little red-headed, little chunky thing. 9:47 this morning here on the Greatest Hits with Jazzy Jeff, Robb, Regan from Kiwi Funeral Services. I hope you never need their services, but if you do, they're there.
Yes, we are.
and sometimes, I got a phone call coming in.
Uh-oh.
It's not important. I'll put them to voicemail. They interrupted a high-quality broadcast.
How dare they?
How dare they? We should have answered on the phone. It could have been one of those people from overseas telling me your social security number has been compromised.
Your warranty is running out.
I get those all the time.
Me too.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't done the old trick yet when they call and answer the phone, like Brown Logos, we funeral them, you kill them, we chill them. I haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking about it. I did that many years ago. That was a moment. I did actually live on the air. There was a story behind that, so I'll let that hang there. I won't mention no more about that story. Because if I do, I'm opening up myself a can of libel here.
That's right.
Anyway, today's program brought to you by your friends at Magic Takes Flight. Now, today is a perfect day to get in a comfy chair, get on your computer at magictakesflight.com, and take the family to Walt Disney World. You need to do it now because having that local person to help you plan all the ins and outs, or if something goes wrong and having that person that you can contact makes all the difference in the world. So, right now, get on your computer and type magictakesflight.com and find out how working with a local person can help you plan your next dream vacation. I'm going to open up a amusement park.
Are you?
Yep, I'm going to call it Kittyland.
Kittyland.
I mean, I got the cats.
That's true.
That's
you
true.
got a mess of them.
I've got a mess of cats thanks to Tom, who's the ringleader out there. His name is Tom Hoare.
Okay.
TW. Then we have TW2. Then we have Fluffy Butt, Fluffy Puss, Fluffy 2. We have, we have Tiny Tim, Big Tim. We have Catfish. I've got all of them names.
So you're like the essential reverse of the crazy cat lady.
Yes. I am
You're
the
crazy
crazy
cat man.
cat disc jockey.
There you go.
Yep. So, no, we have outside cats.
And no, I'm not taking any home with me.
I was going to offer you
No.
for pay some cats. Take 3 of them. How about take Tom down to Townville and let him infiltrate the Townville
I'll
clan?
take him and drop him off somewhere. He's not coming to my house. I have plenty of animals already.
I'm sure Callie would love to have more cats.
Well, don't put any ideas in her head. She's already been trying that.
Yeah, that's what everybody needs, another cat. You need another cat in your life. Well, I got plenty to choose from.
Yes.
Maybe we'll come up the next hour and start radio exchange.
Hey.
Buy, sell, swap, or trade cats.
Gift giveaways. Trivia giveaway, you get a cat. Not a gift certificate to a restaurant, but you get a cat.
I was hoping you would say you get a I'll give you a free casket. Can't do that, huh? No, you can't do that, right?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, well, whatever you do, don't go to Walmart.com and buy your caskets
Please
online.
don't. Please don't. I've read.
Have you seen that?
I'm in a group on Facebook of professionals in my business, and I've heard horror stories. I've read horror stories where they've had things happen.
It reminds me of the episode of Fred Sanford and Sanford and Son where Lamont brings the caskets to the house. FedEx pulls up in your front yard. You have an order from Walmart.com. What is it? It's caskets.
Come to see you, Elizabeth.
I'm on my way, Elizabeth. I'm coming to see you, honey. Oh, yeah. There's just some things that you should leave to the professional funeral homes, and caskets would be one of them. Now, you can actually order urns. You can order dog caskets from Walmart.com. It's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy this morning. Yeah. Speaking of crazy, we played some Van Halen earlier. It's time now to get another one of those wonderful tunes. This one, number 1, and the only number 1 of their whole career was this song right here, was Jump. Yep. 1984 this morning. You're the greatest hits. 9:51 here as we ensure it's top of the hour. It's Rob, it's Jazzy, and it's Bud. And we're playing the tunes for you back to back.
I get up and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Oh, hey you, who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know, you won't know until you begin. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Get in and jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump. Jump.
There you go. Van Halen this morning, 5 away from the top of the hour of 10 o'clock. And Jump this morning. Let's see, coming at the 10 o'clock hour, I got another one of those wonderful Van Halen tunes. I like Panama. Panama's another.
that's one of my tops.
That's another one of my great ones.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, Why Can't This Be Love is a good one.
Yes.
The other one, they had a remake of a Motown song. You Really Got Me.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I love those. So, play a little bit of Van Halen this morning. Also, too, another artist from the 1970s passed away. Let's see, it was this week or earlier over the weekend, past weekend. Let's see, it's Jimmy Nash? He was a 70s singer, or was it Jimmy Cliff? I'll have to look it up. I can't remember. His first name's Jimmy, but he had one hit. I saw that one. We've had a lot of music artists have passed away for
losing them
2020.
left and right, and it's getting kind of
Sick.
I mean, it's a fact of life, but you think those guys are
Oh, yeah.
iconic, and you never
Oh,
lose
yeah.
them, but you do.
Let me look. I want to make sure that I was correct on that. I think it was Jimmy Nash. I can't remember. There's been so many. Oh, there's a notification there.
Right.
Well, we don't want Jimmy Nash Holmes, that's for sure. Maybe it is Jimmy Cliff. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. I got to make sure this is right. No, it's not Jimmy Cliff. Okay. I can't remember who it was.
That's the first news I've heard of.
Yeah, there was somebody else that passed away that had a hit in the 70s, and I just cannot remember who it was. Maybe if somebody remembers, they can help me out. My brain is fried. When you drive back and forth to Conway and go to work and do all sorts of things, your brain is just toasted.
Mush.
It's roasted. Yeah, it's roasted. Well, the rain that cometh, ladies and gentlemen, and it is continuing here at our studios. Going to be a great day to lay around. There is a Clemson football game tonight. That is in Clemson. By the way, College Game Day, which gets started here in just a few moments, they're in town.
Oh, cool.
So it'll be the 17th time that Game Day has been to the Clemson campus. 17 times in the 20 or 30 years they've been doing the program. So anyway, that's coming up. It's Clemson, Miami, kind of eerie resemblance to a Clemson Notre Dame a couple of years ago when the rains came. And, of course, Clemson, we all know the outcome of that game. And let's hope that that game can be just as good, or if not better, than the Notre Dame game. But again, tonight, there's going to be lots of rain, and we're talking 1 to 2 inches starting in the evening hours overnight into Sunday. Most of the heavy stuff won't be here till later this evening, and then, of course, overnight into Sunday, and then Sunday night. So basically, it's just a great day to hang around the house, listen to great music on lkradio.online, and do absolutely nothing. Zero. Maybe eat some fried chicken wings or
Making me hungry.
barbecue ribs,
Goodness.
big old steak, medium rare.
You cooking?
No, I thought you were bringing the food.
Darn.
I want a steak with peppercorns and blue cheese crumbles and asparagus.
Hold the asparagus.
I love asparagus. You don't like asparagus? Oh, baked asparagus with mozzarella cheese and olive oil sprinkled with some sea salt. Yeah, that's some fine eating right there. Of course, I eat poke salad, so have you ever had poke salad?
I have not.
Oh, wait till springtime comes. I'm going to fix you some poke salad.
I think it's getting ready to.
What, fall?
Looks like it.
It looks like it. Yep, there it goes. Well, we'll fix it.
We'll hang on to it.
We got some duct tape around here. We can fix things with duct
That's
tape.
right.
All right, we'll pause for the calls. Top of the hour coming up next. Music all the way. Paul Simon and Jigsaw Sky High from 1975 all coming up next.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a hard day? Well, check out Walhalla's first and only wine bar. It's Partners in Wine located on Main Street in Walhalla. And don't forget they've got some fantastic upcoming events. Saturday, September the 26th at 7 p.m., it's live music from Zach Kellum. Then Wednesday, October the 7th, it's the South Carolina Beer Trivia presented by River Dog Brewing Company. Also coming up Friday, October the 9th from 7 to 10, it's the second annual Humane Society fundraiser, Wags, Whiskas, and Wine Yappy Hour event, and it's also Partners' unofficial Oktoberfest weekend. Then Friday, October the 16th at 7 p.m., live music from Nashville's Brian Ashley Jones and the Lobster Dog Food Truck. October the 17th features great barbecue and bratwurst burn with JD Hogs and many, many more great events. It's all awaiting you at Partners in Wine, located at Main Street in beautiful Walhalla, South Carolina. Make sure you check them out on Facebook at Partners in Wine Walhalla. Clemson Family Dentistry, located on the old Clemson Highway between Seneca and Clemson, is your family dentistry. Dr. John McRoberts and all his staff strive to provide you excellent, comprehensive, and gentle dentistry to all individuals. Serving patients who are friends in a warm, southeastern home-style environment is the goal of our well-trained dental team. You will find that we will work to involve all of our patients in an active program to prevent dental disease. Combined with high-tech solutions with a soft touch, whether it's a complete dental makeover or simply a whitening, we enjoy working to create those bright smiles. Simply put, we want to be the best dentist office you've ever had. For more information or book an appointment, call Dr. John McRoberts today at Clemson Family Dentistry. Call 864-654-5733. That's Clemson Family Dentistry, 864-654-5733, located on the old Clemson Highway between Seneca and Clemson.
From the mountains to the sea and all over the earth, from Seneca, South Carolina, this is the greatest hits on Lake Kiwi Radio online and lkradio.online. Streaming 24 hours a day, the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Listen via our website, the TuneIn app, and the radio.net app. Lake Kiwi Radio is a division of Tiger Broadcasting.
1 minute after the hour of 10 o'clock. Lake Kiwi Radio online worldwide from a wet studio here on the shores of beautiful Lake Kiwi. Good morning. Welcome in. It is Robb Regan from Kiwi Funeral Services and your old pal Jazzy Jeff. Twins spinning the great music of the 60s, 70s, and the 1980s. Good morning once again to you.
Good morning, sir.
We're having more fun that's allowed by certain law enforcement agencies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're playing great tunes, remembering the career of great music of Van Halen and all of your other favorites from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now, how do you get in touch with us? Well, it's very simple. 864-280-9810. You can email me at jazzyjeff@lkradio.online or check out our website, lkradio.online. There you'll find a contact form. You can fill it out. They'll send it to me in real time. Plus, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, you need to do that now. Because in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be some big things that will be happening as we migrate stuff over to the YouTube channel, and you don't want to be left behind. Just like this song right here. Do you know this song?
I do.
Billy Preston now.
Yes.
Nothing from nothing equals what?
Nothing.
It's like 2 + 2 equals baby 2.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. I'm not trying to be your hero, 'cause that zero is too cold for me. I'm not trying to be your highness, 'cause that minus is too low to see. Yeah. Hey. Nothing from nothing leave nothing, and I'm not stuffing. Believe you me. Don't you remember I told you I'm a soldier in the war on poverty? Yeah, yes, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Oh, baby. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. That's right, baby. Yeah. Gotta have something, wanna be with me. You gotta bring me something, girl.
Rob and I were just talking just a second ago off the air, and it is true. The first musical guest in, 1975, was it October of 75, I believe the first Saturday Night Live premiered on NBC.
I think it was
but it
October.
wasn't called Saturday Night Live.
No, it was called something
It
else,
was
I know.
called Saturday Night.
Saturday Night, yes.
That's what it was called because at the time, ABC had something Saturday Night Live. I believe that is. But Billy Preston was actually the first musical artist and guest that appeared on what then became now, as we know, is Saturday Night Live. How
Yes,
about that?
Yes.
Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, it is a Canadian Thanksgiving, I believe. I think today is Canadian Thanksgiving. So, I don't know. I'll have to check that out and see. I believe that's correct. I think it's the 14th every year. So, anyway, I just thought I'd pass that along if that's the case. So, if it is, happy Thanksgiving to all you Canadians listening to us.
Do they eat turkey?
That's a good question. I tell you what, we just need to find out if
Or do
that's
they
the
eat
case.
bacon? Canadian bacon.
No. No, get you a ham steak.
I agree.
I like ham steaks, big, thick pieces of pork on an English toasted muffin with eggs and cheese.
Stop.
We've been watching the cowboy Kent Rollins. He has a cooking show, and let me tell you something. That gentleman can cook a mess of food. He's actually from Oklahoma, and he's what they consider one of the last cowboy cooks. He has his own chuck wagon, and he goes out and he cooks for the cowboys. So I was watching an episode about 2 weeks ago, and he's making homemade Egg McMuffins.
Oh.
Okay? So very easily, we copied the recipe. I said, we've got to make this. So last weekend, when we went up and stayed at the last resort up at Lake Becky, Lori purchased the eggs and the ham steaks and then the cheese and stuff and made them. Let me tell you something. These were phenomenal. Now,
Wow.
you know, McDonald's is okay, but what my wife made, oh, Lord, it was delicious.
You
And
can't beat the home cooking.
the big old thick, not the little small thin, but that big old ham with that egg and that cheese and that toasted English muffin. Man, it sure did put a smile on my face.
I bet.
All right, so now, what was I looking? Canadian Thanksgiving. So, no, I'm in the wrong search engine there. Let's see. Thanksgiving 2020. All right, here, let's see. Do they eat turkey? It is actually Monday, October the 12th this year, so it's not today. Sorry about that. So, yeah, why is Thanksgiving in Canada different? Let's see here. Canadian Thanksgiving takes place on the second Monday in October, while American Thanksgiving falls on Thursday of November, on the fourth Thursday of November. Canada's celebration has often been credited to getting colder the further north you go, and therefore they have an earlier harvest. That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. So, do they eat turkey? That's the next question. All right, turkey. Let's just type in turkey and see what we get. All right. I guess they eat turkey as well. I don't see anything that says they don't. Celebrations, traditions. So, yeah, Canadian turkey farmers urge people to buy birds this year. So, yeah, apparently they have turkey just like we do. I bet they don't have any of that good old cornbread dressing like we do. They probably use stuffing. They use that stovetop stuff.
Yes.
I don't. No. I can't do that. I've got to have that good old cornbread dressing. Well, let's see what else today. Of course, we've played. Guess whose birthday it is today? We've played some Van Halen, but a member of Van Halen celebrates a birthday today. David Lee Roth was born on this date.
Really?
Yep, 1954. So he would be 66 years old today. How about that? Let's see. Anybody else that we might know? Mike McGlannon, who is the rock drummer for the Goo Goo Dolls, the X. He was 50. He's born in 1967. He celebrates a birthday today. Mario Lopez from San Diego, the TV personality and Saved by the Bell actor, born on this date in 1973. He's 47. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., ladies and gentlemen, semi-retired NASCAR racer, and his daddy was Dale Sr., born on this date, 1974. He's 46. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. and my wife celebrate a birthday today, or celebrates a birthday in the same year, not the same day. And let's see here. No one else that I recognize that is celebrating a birthday today. How about this? Reasons to party. Reasons to party
That's
today.
not hard.
Nope, not hard at all. Today is Angel Food Cake Day, honoring the dessert every starving dieter touts as being fat-free just before inhaling its entirety with a ton of that good old delicious high-fat whipped cream. Hush your mouth. And some strawberries on top of that. Now you're talking. Today is International Stage Management Day, celebrating all the work that stage managers do in the theaters and on film sets. Like referees, if you don't notice them, they're doing a great job.
Exactly. Those guys got left out, or guys and girls get left out a lot, though. They don't get the appreciation that they...
Yep, that's exactly right. Today, on a serious note, though, is World Homeless Day. It's a day to draw attention to the needs of the homeless and provide opportunities for communities to get involved in responding. And believe me, we do have our share of homelessness here in our county, and we see it every day in our drive around Seneca. You see it every day, and particularly in downtown. All right, World Mental Health Day. It's a day for global mental health education and awareness. It was first celebrated in 1992 as an initiative of the World Federation of Mental Health, which operates in more than 150 countries. Today is also World Porridge Day. It's a celebration of Scotland's traditional national dish, and I don't believe I've ever had porridge.
I don't think I have either.
I've never had porridge.
Matter of fact, the only reference to it I've ever heard is the Three Bears.
Also, today is Hug a Drummer Day.
Hug a drummer.
Hug a Drummer Day. It's a day to celebrate drummers and the percussionists who keep the rhythm and beat of the music, but are usually the least celebrated musicians in the band and are often neglected. Coming up tomorrow, it's National Coming Out Day, Cookbook Launch Day, and Free Thought Day coming up tomorrow. So just remember that. National Coming Out Day tomorrow. And in other news, it was on this date back in 2014 that Christopher Reeve, the Superman actor, he died at age 52. And let's see here. Is there anything else? Here's something. 2001, former frontman Dennis DeYoung sues Styx for touring and singing his songs without him. He left in 1999 due to chronic fatigue syndrome. And that was back in 2001. And anything else? Well, Taylor Swift is named Billboard Woman of the Year in 2000, whatever.
Yeah.
And I do believe that's about it. Got more coming up a little bit later on for you. I'll share with you Jazzy's Whack Facts this morning. We got a bunch of great facts that you'll be knowledgeable and so important by knowing these
I
whack
love
facts.
useless trivia.
Yep, I got some whack facts for you this morning. You'll love it. I'll even give you one. Hippopotamuses have skin that's only 3.8 centimeters thick. Now, there you go. That is high-quality fact this morning that you can't deny.
That's right.
Man, that's 1.5 inches, I believe. Yeah, 1.5 inches. That's what she said. Anyway, moving along now this morning on the program, here is Paul Simon this morning and singing a wonderful tune called 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover from 1976. 13 minutes after 10. Oh, this program has hit a new high today, my friends. Checking your weather forecast, all coming up for you shortly. Right now, it's holding steady, 68 wonderful, warm, climatological degrees on the outside.
Problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. She said it's really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, I hope my meaning won't be lost or misconstrued. But I'll repeat myself at the risk of being crude. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. Ooh, slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. You just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. She said it grieves me so to see you in such pain. I wish there was something I could do to make you smile again. I said, I appreciate that. And would you please explain about the 50 ways? She said, why don't we both just sleep on it tonight? And I believe in the morning you begin to see the light. And then she kissed me, and I realized she probably was right. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Or you hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free.
the night, blinded by the light. Madman drummers, bummers, Indians in the summer with the teenage diplomat. In the dumps with the mumps as the adolescent bumps his way into his hat. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kind of older, I trip the merry-go-round. With his very unpleasing sneezing and wheezing, the calliope crashed to the ground. She was blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a deuce under the roner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a deuce under the roner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a deuce under the roner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a deuce under the roner. Some silicone sister with a manager, mister, told me I got what it takes. She said I'll turn you on, son, into something strong. Play the song with the funky break. And go-kart Mozart was checking out the weather chart, see if it was safe outside. And little early birdie came by in his curly-whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night. In the dark with the mumps as the adolescent pumps his way to his hat. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kinda older, I track the merry-go-round. With his very unpleasing sneezing and wheezing, the calliope crashed to the ground. Now Scott with a slingshot blindly found a tender spot for his lover in the sand. And some bloodshot forget-me-not the daddies within earshot take the buckshot dirt up the band. Some silicone sister with the manager, mister, told me I got what it takes. She said I'll turn you on, sonny, to something strong. She got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it through the night.
Oh, it's Manfred Mann's Earth Band and a song with misunderstood lyrics. It always sounded like running with a douche. Douche. But it didn't. It's running with something into the middle of the night. So I just thought I would clear that up there.
It's not a deuce.
It's not a deuce. It's a douche. Douche.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh, mercy. That's what she said. Facebook is not playing nice this morning.
This morning?
No, it's not playing nice at all. It is just shut down again. That's one of the reasons why I want to migrate all over to the YouTube. No, it's shut down.
Huh.
How did we do? Bad.
Terrible.
Send Facebook. Send feedback. Screw y'all. All right, let's see here. Let's return to the dashboard again, and let's create another broadcast. Yeah, it's awful this morning. All right, maybe it's the rain. I don't know. I'm doing this in real time. We will, I promise you, get to the, let's see, let's just make this segment 3 repeat. I promise you we're going to get to some ELO. Yeah, it's, your video is blocked. Well, whatever. Repeat performance. Let's see, repeat. Segment 3 repeat. The greatest Jazzy Jeff hits with Robb.
Yes.
All right, greatest hits. All righty, so here we go. Customize for each destination. Create broadcast. And 3, 2, 1, load. Enter broadcast. Enter that. Go live. Hit go live. And bam. Nope, that's not it. We are live. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. I've missed you. How are you out there?
I am fat and sassy.
I know. We're all fat and sassy, full of coffee and other beverages, and just having a jam-up time this morning. If you're wondering what's going on, this is one of the reasons why I am migrating everything over to YouTube. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I've just about had enough of having to deal with Facebook. It's some sort of conspiracy. You know, I have the rights, I have the music rights, I have all of this, but Facebook does not want to play nice. But again, if you go and subscribe to the Lake Kiwi Radio Online YouTube channel, we will not have this problem. But you need to subscribe to it so that you'll get notifications that the show is live, or anything that we do that we will broadcast on YouTube. You'll get notifications. Okay, something is definitely wrong here. All right, hold on a second. We do have a problem, Houston. So, let's see. Let's bring it back. There we go. Let's go settings. We have just had our first little technical snafu. Audio. There we go. We're back.
Yay.
It shut everything down. Maybe this was a computer problem, and I just didn't realize it.
Picnic. You know what picnic stands for?
What does picnic stand for?
Problem in chair, not in computer.
Yeah, problem in chair, not in computer. Oh, gee, thanks.
You can use that.
All right, 10:26 this morning. I think we're back to normal. But again, go to our website at lkradio.online. There is a link. If you'll scroll down, you'll find it. It says subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you'll click the subscribe button down in the bottom of the YouTube page. And if you'll smack that bell notification, you'll get instant updates of new content or live shows. And you have to do absolutely nothing. And you can listen to it in HD, or you can watch the show in HD by just going to our YouTube channel. And again, we're going to eventually end our association with Facebook. Now, we'll still post stuff on Facebook, you know, for the station, but far as live videos, it's just everybody's having the same issue that I am. So I'm not the only one in this dogfight. There's a lot of other folks that are going through the same thing. Even television stations now are getting their content blocked on Facebook. I saw the news and notes about that. So, again, go to our Facebook page, like us on YouTube, and that way you can listen and watch without the fear of the repercussions of the Facebook police getting in our way. Do we want to make a dedication to our first song from ELO that we're going to play?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
To all our exes.
That's exactly right. And we're just going to dedicate this one especially for you. Here's ELO with Jeff Lynne. And ooh,
You made a
fool of me.
But the broken dreams have got to end. Hey, woman, you got the blues. Guess you ain't got no sailing softly through the sun in a broken Stone Age dawn. You fly so high, I get a strange magic. Oh, what a world, strange magic. Oh, it's a world, strange magic. Got it, strange magic. Got it, strange magic. You're rocking meadows in my mind, making waves across my time. Oh no, oh no, I get it, strange magic. Oh, what a world, strange magic. Oh, it's a world, strange magic. Got it, strange magic. Got it, strange magic. Oh, I'm never gonna be the same again. I've seen the way it's got to end. Sweet dream, sweet dream. Strange magic. Oh, what a world. Strange magic. Oh, it's a world. Strange magic. Got it. Strange magic. Got it. Strange magic. It's magic. It's magic. It's magic. Strange magic. Oh, what a world. Strange magic. Oh, it's a world. Strange magic. Got it. Strange magic.
Yeah, you saw what I was talking about. 10:35 this morning. I absolutely, and there's two things that Rob and I can agree on. We both love ELO.
Yes.
One of the greatest groups, especially with the instrumentation. Even now with Jeff Lynne touring, that still that old 70s rock sound within the orchestra that they put behind it is just amazing.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I think ELO and Evil Woman is my all-time favorite song of the 1970s. I could
Yeah.
sit and listen to this all day long.
Absolutely.
And dedicate it over and over. Shirley not. Stop calling me Shirley. All right, Strange Magic there was another one there on the Face the Value album from 1975, and they had string hits there. That one, Living Thing was the other one. Can't Get You Out of My Head is the other one, and Telephone. Let's see. There was another album in the late 70s that had Don't Bring Me Down. That was in 79. That was
Yes.
another good one. So,
Yeah.
man, some good music this morning. All right, let's get everybody updated on the weather forecast. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we're still going to do certain things on our Facebook Live, but it's just getting to the point now that it's getting ridiculous. So we really want to try to start concentrating our efforts on building the YouTube channel. We think that's where we need to go. It works better. Well, right now it's not, but I think I have the answer why it's not working as well as it should. Because I'm actually pushing 3 different streams to 3 locations off of one connection. And I think I've just figured out my own answer of how I can solve that and how I can fix that. So again, there's things coming. We're working. It's the station in 2 years. Coming up March will be 3 years. We put this thing on the air in 2018. And we have grown faster than anything that I have ever built or programmed or put a radio station together. And with every passing day, it continues to grow. Matter of fact, in the 2 years, I've had to do 4 server changes because of the amount of increase of listenership.
Wow.
And the stats for the month of September were the highest that I have seen in 2 years. We're talking over close to 63,000 people had listened for the month of September to this radio station, not just for a second or two. We're talking for substantial minutes.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, and it's everywhere. Of course, United States is the number one, but we had Germany, we had Canada, we had Mexico, we had Japan, even the Russian Federation, we had the UK. It was all around the world.
Wow.
But the heavy concentrations was the USA, Canada, and the UK. Those were the 3 that had the heavy concentration of listeners. So even though that we're on a national scene, we're actually programming local. I'm programming for folks here in Oconee County because I still believe that the folks here in Oconee, maybe Pickens and Anderson counties, they don't necessarily have a radio station playing their kind of music, okay? Playing quality music, the sound, and that's how I built this radio station. Now, with every giving year that we keep this thing on the air, there's going to have to be some music that we upgrade and change. And again, January the 1st, we're going to introduce some 90s music. So we're going to have to turn the page a little bit and move forward because the 90s now are 30 years old.
Right.
So we need to move forward to keep the music for starting my generation, which was the late 80s and the 90s. So those are things that will be coming up. And also, too, our local businesses. I have to thank them. And I'm working with you guys to help promote your cause because I believe in what you're doing. I think you've got great ownership and that hometown feeling of a funeral home. I love what you're doing. And that's why I believe in supporting our local businesses.
We appreciate that.
So that's one of the reasons. But I'm opening this up for a lot of businesses to utilize this. And I'm really, honestly, I haven't charged anybody nothing, zero. I'm not charging. I'm just letting you, hey, here's a tool that I would like for you to use. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. I'm paying all of the bills behind this. You know, the server, the licensing, the power, everything, the internet access. But I'm giving you an opportunity to put your business product not only locally, but on a national level. People can hear you worldwide. So if you have something that you sell in your local business that is available, you can market it. If not, you can market it local. So I'm trying to keep it all Oconee, but yet on the national scene. I have a friend in Tucker, Georgia that I kind of took him under my wings many years ago. And his mama's never let me forget this. I was like 19 or 18, and I was doing DJing parties in the bars, okay? I was 18 years old. I was DJing, and you could do that back in the day.
Yeah.
So he was just a curious, he was like in the 9th grade, and I was a senior in high school or something. So I asked him, I said, well, did you get your permission from your mama? Well, that was a mistake. He didn't. So here we come rolling in at 2 o'clock. I get royally chewed out, but I get an apology a couple months later that night changed his life.
Wow. Because
that night gave him a reason and a purpose of something to achieve for. And to this day, I have been so thankful and watched his career blossom. He is a producer for the Weather Channel now. He actually started in radio. I kind of guided him out of the radio business and told him, I said, you need to get into the television side of things. So he has a degree from the University of South Carolina Mass Communications. He's worked television here in this market. He's worked in Florence, Myrtle Beach, and he moved to Atlanta, met his lovely wife. They have a kid, and now he's a producer at Weather Channel in Atlanta. So
wow.
I'm kind of thankful, but that's one of the reasons why I want to continue doing what I'm doing. The businesses, you're more than welcome. If you want to advertise, I'm not charging anything right now. It's actually free. Now, after the first of the year, there's going to be some changes. I've got to do things to help recoup some of the money that I've invested. But this is, to me, this is not a hobby to me. This is a professional. When you turn it on, I want it to sound good. It's not run by hokey people that think they know what they're doing, but it's run by somebody that has the experience, that knows these people. I know my family. I know my friends in Oconee County. Again, the station's geared towards you, but it's also advertising and putting it on the national level through the world. So I'm happy with how things are turning out. Got a nice little studio, and there is some things that are coming after the first of the year. I'm not going to tip my hat to what I know, but there is a potential that we are moving.
Really?
Really, we're moving potentially. Everything seems to be in that place right now. Lori and I have talked about building a new home, and I believe that's where we're headed. So that's where I think we're heading. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor has checked in. 1970, my years. How about that? Mayor Dan Alexander, one of the great guys. I enjoy working with him and the city council and doing everything that I can to help my hometown. Seneca Strong, Jeff, you're exactly right.
That's right.
Dan, if you're listening this morning, I took a video from the drone. This was on Thursday. And, you know, we're coming up on, I believe, 6 months after the tornado.
Yeah.
And I took a look, went about 350 feet over around the, I was on the Dalton Road side of Adams Subdivision and Dalton Road and Thriftwood. And I was actually doing a site survey for a potential customer for Net Doctors. And got it up there. I mean, you've seen the picture I posted. It is still heartbreaking as it was that morning at 7:13.
Yeah.
You can still see the trees, the devastation, and the homes are still wrecked and destroyed. But there's progress that has been made, and it's just continuing. I still believe that there'll be more progress to come. It's going to take many more months. You know, it could take another year for a lot of the folks because there was a lot of homes damaged.
Yeah.
And the Seneca landscape looks different.
Oh, absolutely.
I was in downtown the other day, had the drone up doing some video work, and looked back towards the historic district of town, back towards the old Seneca Baptist Church and down that way.
Yeah.
And that whole area
That
just
area's a
looks
mess, yeah.
it just looks so different
We
with
had
the skyline.
we had a funeral not long ago, and one of the guests at the funeral was asking. He's like, "I'm looking at all the trees." He said, "What happened?" So people don't even.
There's a lot of people that don't realize
Yeah.
that April 13th at 2:45, 3 o'clock, Seneca the landscape and the view of Seneca changed forever, and the scars that the tornado made are still visible, and they're going to be visible for many years to
for a
come.
long time.
And I hear this from a lot of folks. They still talk about this every time a thunderstorm comes up or rain. They're anxious and they get anxiety,
Yes.
and because they remember what that night sounded like. I've told people over and over, we were in the middle of two of them here where we live up on Lake Kiwi. Of course, one went to the north of us, and then, of course, the Seneca tornado. But there was something about that night that I go back and I think about. I guess it was about 10 o'clock when everybody started, saying, potential severe weather. I kept watching the radar. I'd check it every hour. I'd take a snooze, and about 1 or 2 o'clock, I said, I'm just going to get up. I didn't think anything would happen, but I kept watching that radar, and it was like, Jeff, you just need to keep watching this. And as 2:30 rolled around, I realized this is not good.
Yeah.
And then it all started. It kept going, and then of course 3:15. I knew that this was. I didn't know how bad it was.
Right.
I knew that there are tornadoes. I knew it had touched down because I could hear the roar in the left ear and I could hear the roar in the right ear. But we're in the middle.
Right.
Okay, where we live, we're in the middle. And my worst fears hit me at about, I guess it was 3:45, 4 o'clock when I looked down and Scott Mulder's calling me. The city administrator for Seneca calls me at 3:45, close to 4 o'clock. He said, I need you and your drone to get down to Seneca as quick as possible. I said, okay, I will be right there. I said, where are y'all at? He said, we're stationed in the fire department. Well, a trip that should have took me 25 minutes wound up taking me 45.
Yeah.
And when I came into South Oak or Oak Street, I realized Seneca had been direct hit.
Right.
Then that's the time I found out the security guard had passed away. And 7:15, we put the drone up in the air. And listening and hearing, it's clearing off. But that one thing I'll always remember is looking at that Seneca landscape, and the words out of my mouth was, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was utter devastation. That's the only way to describe it. But the thing that I'll always remember to the day I die was the sounds of the streets.
Yeah.
The crying.
Yeah. It's unimaginable what sounds were out there.
But I also saw a community come together in ways that I never would have expected either. Dalton, Thriftwood, Adams, over on the Mill Hill helping the Mill Hill folks. The Mill Hill folks over in town helping each other. That's just something that prior to that probably would have never happened. But I did see the community come together in ways, and still sometimes I believe that the community is still together like that. I know there's so much going on in the national world, and sometimes we take for granted of just how good and lucky that we have it around here. We really do have it lucky. We're shielded from a lot of the things that's going on in the national scene because I think as a people, I guess it's because I feel that we were raised a little bit different to respect each other. I never got a sense that we had a racial problem growing up.
No.
I always was friends. We always were friends. We would kid and we were joking, but you know, I still don't sense that it is bad here as it is in other places of the world, because I guess we were just taught we were supposed to respect each other and love and care for one another. And that's one of the things that maybe after this election we'll all, I don't know, I don't even think that'll end the world's problems. It's just continuing to get worse and worse, and I guess all you got to do is just keep your head above and keep looking to the sky.
That's right.
All right, well, that's enough.
You're a downer, Jeff.
I'm sorry. It's Jazzy Downer today. I apologize. I just, sometimes
It's all true facts, though.
It's all true facts, and you need to have a little talk about it, a little reality check, and then, I did. I had the reality check. There it is. It's the landscape is just still the same as it was that morning. And
but I feel like we're stronger through that.
I do.
As a community.
As a community, we have weathered a couple of major events that have trickled down to the local level, but they were handled with grace and they were handled with dignity. And when the Black Lives Matter friends, they came and they were protesting in front of City Hall. There was no out of the way.
No.
They were cordial. They were friendly. And, I believe in protest. If you have a legitimate issue that you feel like you're wrong, that's one of the founding rights of this country, according to the Constitution of the United States. You have a right to protest against your government. And our friends around here, they felt the need to protest, and I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
But it showed a different side, that they were protesting legitimately versus some of these people that are not protesting legitimately. They're protesting for any and everything. But our people here understand, and we understand why they feel the way they do. And I'm thankful for, our local people, our local representatives that, they protested peacefully, no problems, no issues. We all hugged and we shook our hands and we went home.
Right.
And that's the way it should be. I think we're shielded from a lot of the national stuff. All right. Woo! I didn't turn this into a talk show. Jazzy and Robb's talk show.
There you go.
All right. Let's do the weather one more time. Again, showers and patchy fog throughout the day. Be careful if you're going to be out and about. We still have a lot of rain moving into our area. 90% chance of it today. That temperature only reaching near 70 degrees and not too breezy, but about maybe 10, 15 miles an hour winds coming up for today. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms in the overnight hours. Some of these storms, again, could produce heavy rain and some patchy fog, low around 65, the rain continuing, and then we're moving into Sunday. Showers and possibly a thunderstorm. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain and areas of fog, high near 75. Again, here's the big kicker. Sunday's rain, 1 to 2 inches possible. So we're already looking at maybe up to a half an inch for today, an inch for today, tonight, and then another 1 to 2. So again, we are under a flash flood watch that is in effect. That will be in effect until late Sunday night. Again, so be careful in your travels. Again, hopefully this stuff will be clearing out by Monday afternoon. And checking the radar right now, it is green. We've got some light to dark green and then some yellows. But again, we've got a whole major hurricane, or the remnants of Hurricane Delta, that is coming up our way. And again, we'll just have to sit here and wait and see. I don't see any severe weather out of this, but I do see a lot of rain. What little I helped with a tornado, I met some amazing people, and it humbled me. Miss Judy up there in Salem checking in this morning on our Facebook page. I love Judy. Judy's such a sweetheart, and she's been working, helping the calls for folks up in the Salem area that need internet. But Judy, thanks so much for you checking in and making those comments. And like Dan said, our little community is a very amazing community. It is. It's so amazing.
That's one of the reasons I had to come home. I mean, I left right after graduation, went to another state, and even when the beginnings, I said, I've got to get home.
Well, I could have punched my ticket anywhere I wanted to work. I had several job offers back years ago to leave, and for some reason I chose not to.
Yeah.
I think in some aspects that kind of hurt me because I guess the old saying is money and everything.
Right.
And to me, I wanted to stay here because I love my hometown. I love my people. I love Lake Kiwi. Sometimes I like Lake Hartwell when it's full, but I didn't want to move. I wanted to stay right where I was. I was complacent, but I could have punched my ticket to a major market, to Atlanta. I could have went to Florida, anywhere I wanted to, but I just chose to stay here. And, I don't regret it. I regret some of the things that happened, but I don't regret. I'm glad I stayed here. And because if I had moved, I wouldn't have met my current wife, and I love her more than anything in the world. I know it's getting mushy on the air this morning. I'm sorry, but she's been a real trooper and a real amazing person. And, I spent 14.9 years in my first marriage. It didn't work out. So the second one, they say the second time's always better than the first. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, well, Rob, it has been wonderful. Now, I'm getting off here. I guess I've got to go do my son things, like get my mother groceries. Yes. Mom is still struggling. Again, back Monday, if you're just tuning us in or just watching the show, Mom and I went back to my back surgeon, which is Dr. William Mills. He was the one that performed the extreme lateral interbody fusion on me. And without going into a whole spiel, I just have two titanium spacer plates in my lower lumbar. So that's what keeps me up walking and went out of pain. But Mom suffered a major fall about a month ago. She fell directly straight down, and she does have a compressed fracture in T12, but the compressed fracture is not causing the problem. It's actually the lower lumbar. She has spondylolisthesiosis, where the discs are slipping, arthritis, just a major, major arthritis, and facet joints, the bending mechanism of the lumbar, they're totally destroyed. And this, they do an epidural steroid, 10 shots down each side, just to try to see if this would ease the pain. And so far, it's not been good. It has not worked. So the next step is to do what they call RF rhizotomy, where they actually physically go in with a hot needle and they burn the nerves, the facet joints.
That sounds painful.
No, it's not painful. Not at all. It works for about 3 to 6 months, and then you can repeat it, but there comes a point that it doesn't work anymore.
Right.
So you get 3 to 6 months pain relief by just burning the nerve with RF frequency, and then from that point forward, it doesn't help at all. So anyway, we're trying to keep her out from having to do surgery. We don't want to do surgery. If we have to, we have to, but really right now we don't want to do that. So, all right, well, folks, I want everyone to have a wonderful, wonderful, you had someone check in with you. Susan Burton Head says, hey, Rob.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Old Bountyland buddy.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, she's Mike Head's wife.
Okay. Now I know who she is.
Yep.
She requested me as a friend, and I kept trying to think of who it was. Now I know who it is. So I'll accept your friend request here in just a few moments. So just give me just a few moments, and I will accept that friend request. All right, well, Rob, it's been good. It's
always a pleasure.
I was thinking, are you doing anything Halloween morning? Or you want to get back to me? Because,
let me get back to you, but definitely.
Halloween is on a Saturday.
Yes, it is. Trust me, I've known that for years.
That's my spooktacular show that I do.
Oh,
I
got to do that.
I do a spooktacular show where we play spooky music and, like we'll bring ELO out and strange magic. And
I like the way you're talking.
All of that. And I'll even dig into some 60s classic like Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. The one-eyed purple.
Once again, it's a song for our exes.
There you go. So if you can, that's
let
great.
Me get back with that.
With me
that
on
sounds
that.
like it might
let
be
me
a good time.
Yeah. It'll be a Halloween edition of Jazzy Jeff, the greatest hits, Spooktacular, and it's time for me to do it. Ready?
That's your best Vincent Price, huh?
Yeah. Well, Thriller. I said, oh man.
Yeah.
Just a thriller. I might even play Prince. I'm sure we can find one that would fit in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're out of here. Have a great weekend, everybody. Coming up at 12 noon today, we've got K-Todd 80s, the Crashman 80s show this afternoon. Tonight, it's into the 70s. tomorrow we hope that you will join us at 9:30 for a very special worship program and worship service from Ann Hope United Methodist Church and Friendship United Methodist Church. We have Joey Dalton and Hunter Land. They will be performing in concert, and we will stream that live from Ann Hope United Methodist Church from the Fellowship Hall starting at 9:30 tomorrow morning. So for Rob, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, your friends at Kiwi Funeral Services. Located, that address is
101 East 2nd North. I'm sorry. I got tongue twisted. 101 East 2nd Street.
There you go.
In Seneca.
In Seneca. Big white building with Kiwi Funeral Services on the side.
Yes.
Hope you don't need their business, but if you do, they're there, and I trust you.
And
They
you can
will
always
take care
come
of
by
you.
and see our building, and we've done a lot of stuff there, so you can come by and see us and just.
And you can do the pre-need. You can do pre-arrangements.
Absolutely.
That's right. So if you want to go ahead and get one of those caskets from, no, never mind. You're not getting a casket
No,
from
you're
Walmart.
not getting one of those.
That is out of the question. Stephen Stills now. Love the one you're with. If you don't, just leave her. Simple as that. Here on the Greatest Hits. Have a great weekend, everybody.
If you're down and confused and you don't remember who you're talking to, concentration slip away because your baby is so far away. Well, there's a rose in a twisted love, and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. 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 Don't be angry. Don't be sad. But don't sit crying over good times you had. There's a girl right next to you, and she's just waiting for something to do.